We are here. It is time for some FACEIT League. We got 2 days left in week 4 here in season 7, and we're going to go into our mid-season break, but we are going to cap out this first half of the season with some bangers. We're going into EMEA Master Division here for today's match. I've got SRPeakCheck taking on YesYes. I mean, it should be a good one. Both teams are currently sitting in top 5. Both teams, always explosive, always dangerous, and always bring their own, always unique identity to the battlefield. So, let's not waste any time. Let's get into it. Let's take a look at your standings. Yeah, SRPeakCheck, your defending champs out of season 6. Are coming in 5-1. YesYes are coming in 4-2. Dreamlight and Ilios are your 2 undefeated teams that remain, but have not played as many games as SRPeakCheck and MU3. So it does look a little wonky. I mean, still saying these teams are top 5 is not inaccurate. No, YesYes is one where always fun to watch and has really fought hard to fight their way up through the ranks to make it here. They start in advance, and this is when we first got this squad on back at the start of the year in this advanced grand finals, where they came in second place. Are an expert for a couple of seasons, and then here in this last season, I mean, you put up a 15-1 overall record there in regular season 6, come in second place there in the grand finals, and you finally earned a spot here at Master Division. This has been a heck of a debut for this squad. I mean, to punch up into Master. You do take that revenge over Super Shy here in Season 7. You've also come up with wins over Unks and Shuds and Empire here more recently, which are good dubs. But going up against SRPeakCheck, you're going up against the defending champs. This one is going to be a bit tougher. This one's going to be tougher. We're going to get Nepal picked by SRPeakCheck with a Sojourn band out. But to see this YesYes squad quite literally grow from Advanced Division all the way up into Master Division in the span of this 2025 year, I mean, what an awesome way. I mean, so it's really cool to get their final match of the year, their final official match of the year, get this on stream, and just see the growth and where this team has come from to where now they're here, playing the defending champs in Master Division, playing, the top team in EMEA. Like, that's just quite the growth. It's quite the feat. You love to see it. Keep an eye on the DPS line. This DPS line from YesYes is just nasty. When we're rotating, we are going to get Petite Pigeon in here. So I was looking at this. So they have a lot of DPS players. But it looks like we're going to get Petite Pigeon coming in. Typically plays, was a Venture kind of specialist. I'm curious if we get Petite Pigeon playing the Vendetta. As the Vendetta is now, as of this week, is now integrated into FACEIT League. SRPeakCheck, definitely, I would say, are your favorites coming into this. They open up with a win over their grand finalist opponents. They're in MU3, the second place runner-up. So our final match of Season 6 was our first match of Season 7 here in EMEA Master Division. Their only loss is to Dreamlight. I mean, Dreamlight is currently, like we said at the top of the stream, one of your 2 remaining undefeated teams. So we have SRPeakCheck now in third after Dreamlight's start. YesYes we have in 10th, which, I mean, moving up 3 slots. Again, this is for a team that just got promoted this season. We have them rated, above some teams that have been in Master Division here for a little bit. We're doing well. We actually have YesYes placed above the champion of Expert Division there from Season 6. So a great start, and man, they might continue to climb. They might continue to climb if they can put up a good showing here today. Oh, sounds like we're getting loaded in there. We're heading to Nepal here for map 1. All right, let's get into this thing. We're headed to Village here for our first round. Get the camera someplace not default. Let's get into it. Oh, margins, come on. Margins, you margins. Oops, I owe you a side swap. The bands are correct. I just hadn't swapped sides yet. That's weird. I wonder if I have to go in and manually fix the margins, because that should have fixed itself. Well, see if I can remember to reset Overwatch in between maps. What? What's going on? Why is Sada on Reinhardt and Cloudy on May? We're just off-rolling because it's YesYes? Is that what we're doing? These DPS players are nasty. We're actually getting Team Pigeon playing a Junkrat. Just to spam into this. And YesYes are gonna win this first fight. If SRPC came in to troll, they just kind of got destroyed in this opening fight. Daniel has come back into more of a player role as well. Was QRXU's unable to play this season? Oh, Petite Pigeon's gotta get ML7 right out of the gate. Sada is swapping to a Diva for their next attempt here on tank. Yeah, I know this team, like, started the year in advanced, but, I mean, I don't know that they're worthy of this kind of troll. Like, that's... Second fight win in a row here out of GG YesYes. What are you... Did we bet against ourselves or something? What's going on? Did SRPeakCheck, like... They put a big bet in Vegas that they would lose this match, and then they're just gonna come in and throw it? What's good? What? I'm not understanding. Also, I actually love this fit out of Petite Pigeon, by the way. Like the gold gun with the blue and the skin. Waiting for the ambush. I thought I was gonna drop the tire, but draws enough aggro that the rest of the team is able to get work done. Would you actually have Cowboy? Okay, I was expecting Cowboy to play, DPS here, but it is in fact Numbers who ends up playing DPS. So my first instinct was correct there on YesYes. Over the roof to try to escape the Diva. Sada knows who they need to hunt down. Can't let Petite Pigeon... Can't let that blue horn elf just hide on the outskirts of your flanks. It looks like SRPeakCheck are able to isolate the two DPS. Sana finally getting those Diva controls in lock. And SRPeakCheck will win themselves out a team fight for real. Oh, we're on the Cloudy Vendetta arc. Is that what's going on? I know Cloudy's played like 250 games of Vendetta to get rank 1 on DPS, and you know, put out the. I saw the tweet. You know, Cloudy put out the tweet saying, you know, all tank players are ass or whatever. You know, just on the full DPS arc. All right, Immortality Field and the. Oh God. Immortality Field and Beat were used to protect against Petite Pigeon's tire, but you saw Cloudy land a mean headshot. Alright, Sonic able to get back in mech, but while they were away, YesYes flipped this point. Cowboy gets hunted down somewhere by some, or runs into some Centurions somewhere. This is more accurate. Sana doing the running down. Photon Barrier and Ant Matrix on the point for a 99% flip. He just kind of got snapped off the mountainside. And SRPeakCheck will hang on here despite a clumsy start to the round. We do see Cloudy flashes the Vendetta there at the end. It's true, Maddie. Especially, I mean, May and Vendetta both are very off-tanky DPS, but Vendetta in particular can actually play as an off-tank. So, oh, we get the Venn 2 trick. The Venn diagram composition. Let's go. All right, we're in. This is chaos incarnate. Let's go. I don't even know what to say. I'm just along for the ride. We got the Rock Muncher and the Gladiator in play. Using the Galactic Sword on the new skin. Gonna hide up in the corner. All right, all right. I see what you're doing here. I see the vision. Danon's already got found out. Numbers wheels down. Cloudy didn't stand a chance. Bubbles, Bastion in play. Bastion has certainly been one of the answers to the vendetta here in this opening week. Anj will find themselves a poop onto Numbers. W Anj. I mean, can I get a genuine W Anj in chat? Like, all right, let's go. Danon's back. We're headed after Akiri. Danon's back. Whoa. Drill dash away. Oh, gets run down. Mapsy with some good peel. All right, all right. Mapsy's got head on a swivel. You got to be everywhere at once against this composition. Ooh, and the double tank composition not working out here. SRPeakCheck's own form of the Blender comp, which are, you know, we see this in the Blender comp with actually the Bastion and the Vendetta with the Zarya at the helm. So this is kind of the drill version of the Blender. It's like a different setting on your ninja, you know? Anj gets the beat in, saving Sauna just in the nick of time. They're able to find S-plays 93%. Kitsu's still in play, though, and Mapsy's got a grab on the Anj. Saved by a bubble from an artillery strike. Oh, my goodness. You grab your artillery strike Anj, and they are saved by a bubble. All thwarted by one well-placed Zarya bubble. Sauna grab, far more effective. You're gonna pick up two. Kitsu to back it up. Sauna finds a three-piece. He's going hunting for the pigeon. Who's going pigeon hunting? Sauna's going pigeon hunting. And then SRPeakCheck 2.0. You know, kind of finding their rhythm here with the Blender. You gotta love it. Cloudy gets the overhead down on the Cowboy. Danon's gonna toss in a Tectonic while Cloudy has the Sundering into the mix. But Mapsy survives all of that. Stands tall. Oh, breaks the ankles of Sauna with no health. Loop it back around and gets him over to Mapsy. Mapsy, oh my god, what a tank death. That was unreal. That was a full Sauna at 150 health Mapsy that just broke Sauna's ankles. Now, to be fair, Pigeon came in and did some significant damage. It wasn't exactly a 1v1, but holy hell. Little fight out on the coast side here for Mega. You know, off at a little gladiator arena. Unfortunately, Cloudy is out of bounds. I'm afraid. We're gonna get to use a grab. Okay, Mapsy's gonna grab to close. Mapsy has had enough, and yes are showing a little ferocity here. They will force a round 3. We're going to try. We'll see whose anger is more righteous. Indignance from both teams. But for different reasons, I think. I mean, just since Vendetta's come out, so which is like this week, Moskin. As far as FACEIT League is concerned. But as far as like playing ranked and stuff, I mean, just since season 20. Napsy just gonna run down Anj immediately. But Cloudy returns the favor. Just the whirlwind dash over the top, puts themselves in deep enemy territory. Nice little bounce shot to find Danid as well. Petite Pigeon knew the game plan here, read your playbook, and just waited defensively to capture both DPS. Good catch of the aggression. Mapsy with the early pressure forces the trade, forces the hand, and we do have a YesYes cap here early on Shrine, although I would still say this first fight has kind of devolved into the latter half of the fight, even though we're getting like Cloudy and Danid's second foray into this engagement. There we go. Now they back away. Kind of get a bit of a reset here. Sana working up towards Elephant side. Everybody just kind of regroups in the front door. Mapsy's full charge, getting into the point when Cloudy and Danid just decide to hold that. Grab thrown in. Suzu well timed. Does prevent any deaths. Anja's able to back out. 94 to beat. Cloudy and Danid will run down Mapsy. You're going to save your support ults for the next fight. SRPeakCheck will win fight 2. Look for a solo approach out of GG YesYes here. As the Pigeon Tire comes over the top. The sound barrier engaged, just going way into enemy territory. But it gets traded. This is not clean. There's only 2 players from YesYes left. So dirty as it might have been, the Anj beat engage will work. Might be sober. It's going to go over to a Tracer here. Okay. A little bit more PL protection. As aggressive as SRPeakCheck are getting it. 70% now. But with an opening pick on Petite Pigeon. Drop it down into your back line. I like this. You know, I mean... Okay, so Mapsy makes it to the point. Kitsu in play. ML7 does eventually go down for being way back in enemy territory. We will get a flip here out of YesYes. Yeah, I know it may have seemed otherwise, but the right-hand side is the SRPeakCheck spot. I know it may for a moment have seemed like that was not the case. So used a little too early in that. Sana ate an enormous amount of damage, and Numbers and Pigeon have done a wonderful job of matching this, and here we are going to get the Pigeon Vendetta. They finally unleash it. I feel like they were just kind of horsing around themselves. Like, there's something you should know. I am not left-handed. You know, it was one of those moments here out of Pigeon. As they switch hands to match Cloudy. W if you get that reference. And if you don't, it's a classic, you should. Grav will get through the defensive matrix. Good enough to catch, too. And Sonic can't keep Anj alive, dying 99 to beat. A story as old as time. We're headed to one final fight. I will say, S-Play's not even close. Huge ult advantage between that and the Sundering. Yeah, that's Elephant. I'd always thought that was just referred to as elephant. But yeah, that's elephant side. Yeah, for sure. The Sundering doesn't quite land. We're gonna try to chop through the bubbles, dash through behind the beam. Cloudy wins out the duel over Mapsy and Pigeon. SRPeakCheck flipped the point at 95. The block from the Pulse. Cloudy and SRPeakCheck, hang on, stand tall. There's still 3 people left here to defend against the numbers touch. There's the cleanup. A wrecking ball will get booped away. And that'll be the map. SRPeakCheck start off 1-0, but I'll be damned if YesYes didn't put up one hell of a fight.
Play of the game. Огонь по готовности.
We have Zarya ban with New Junk City picked out from GG YesYes. We'll get a side swap to go get some stats. The Sauna tank debut. 37-6. Right there with Mapsy, 38-9. Mapsy does have more damage. Not as much as numbers. Hello, I'm a noob, or whatever the tag was in game. They're all different. 15k damage there for numbers, leads the lobby. And then, I mean, look how many team fights. God, it's a lot of deaths from both sides. I mean, it's just a bloodbath of a composition there from the Blender comp. We're getting right into New Junk City. I love the Vin ×2 comp. I mean, what an awesome variation. I mean, you get a lot of disruption. Very fast. And you've got some great lethality and cycling of cooldowns between that and the Vendetta. Vicious stuff. Let's see, quick look at that ban before we get into map 2. We said it was a Zarya ban out of YesYes. It's going to be a carry ban out of SRPC. Let's get into it.
Initial flashpoint arena.
We are going to get the Danon Doomfist. Holy shit, what a throwback. This is why we had... I was wondering about the Doom ban first map. That was actually scouting, and so Sauna has to go tank because this got banned. That is legendary. This is classic. The Danon Doomfist. One of the most prolific Doomfists in the history of the game. Back to when Doomfist was a DPS player. Or hero. Wow. Legendary. Was part of the classic, what was it, 2021 British Hurricane run? Maybe 2020. The Danon Doomfist. I never thought I'd see the day. Crazy. Okay. We are getting a Bastion Junkrat here to fight this very fast-paced composition. An ML7, as you can see, would definitely end up both the cornerstone and the weakness of this whole comp. So, ML7's down. Sauna and Cloudy have been able to slice their way back in with their double sword DPS comp. And a Deluge moment is orange grabs too. I know, Bo. I agree. I am also not left-handed. Thank you, Breezy Maddie. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And yes, Vendetta absolutely needs an Inigo Montoya voice line. That would be so good. You killed my father. Prepare to die. It's too good. Like, it's too poignant. Like, it's too fitting. It's too fitting. Is that just, wait, did they really just make, is that the design for Vendetta? Vendetta's really just Inigo Montoya disguised as a gladiator? Italian sword fighter. I didn't know how apropos that reference was when I first threw it out there. We're gonna get the second sword is now in play. The katana does not get much. Okay, there's a nano. By the way, Sonic, there's your nano. And the tire. There's also a tire and a yes, round 1 victory. What a... That is how I picture actual New Junk City, like, arena fights went right there. The level of chaos in that. Oh, Mapsy. Oh, Mapsy. Mapsy's just having too much fun with their gun. From the skybox, you can hear the little squeezy squeak toys. You can now earn 3 cookies instead of 2. Let's go. We need to get on and build up our battle pass points so we can get our last 200 coins we need to get our avatar bundle. I mean, the important things here. I'm still flabbergasted we actually get the Danded Doomfist. I never thought I'd say the day that we'd get this comp. I knew I love casting this team, but damn it, I didn't know just how much I love casting this team. Alright, what are we doing? What are we doing? We're kind of pushing up through, like, through the side entrance? Leaving Mapsy in a bit of an awkward spot, right? Those 2 little tanks there are kind of LOS, your own bad tease. Mapsy's now just trying to back away. Yeah, Danny decided to help you out. We'll punch you all the way back to spawn. We'll back you as far away as humanly possible. Uh-oh! Ruh-roh! Oh, and you still can't bring down the legendary something. Yeah, Doom. Truly Overwatch is saved. I almost had it. I almost had it. The legendary Doom was what I was going for. Damn it. I almost had it. I intentionally was trying, you know, you get that point. All right. Sundering Strike. I mean, I will say the damage on that is so immense. You have to respect it. It does make it a very effective zoning tool. So I mean, you cannot just walk into that Sundering Strike. And you see, Mapsy's kind of just put in a bad spot. Start off that fight, and the chaos continues here in New Junk City. Sounded like we're heading to Bomb Flats, if I heard Athena correctly. I mean, never mind like a solid line of a team fight. I mean, it's just... Okay. Yes, actually, we're doing a good job of kind of trying to create a horseshoe around SRPeakCheck here. And Mapsy's gonna find an opener. Danon's put into a corner. Mapsy, happy to match on the Doom. Oh no. Who knew? What is this, a Walmart commercial? Mapsy actually comes out, I mean, rocking the Shock Championship skin with the gold fist. Mapsy's like, you want to play Doom? Let's play Doom. Sonic gets a nano boost. We still have not made it through the choke here if you're SRPeakCheck. Dead in purple. Sheepishly backing away. Pulls out of numbers, lands directly on the Cloudy. Never mind the Ana. Stick the captain of the squad. And it's a disengage here from SRPeakCheck. There was a sound barrier used from S-Play somewhere in there. No idea where. Two drop as the tire will find a sleeping Cloudy. That's just rude. Dead it is on Doom. I repeat, Denon is on Doom. I know, right? Macho, thank you. Yes, somebody who gets it. Somebody who gets it. Yes. You know, tell me you're old school Overwatch without telling me you're old school Overwatch. Woo! Ugg still got it. As I said, he kind of flubbed that, didn't he? Oh God, that Nano's gonna go on a sauna and return, but yeah, S-Plays just shuts that down. Mapsy also nanoed. I love how S-Plays got the nanoed sauna, who was mid overclock while Cloudy was on top of them. Like that, everybody came after the Lucio, and the Lucio still took their toll. Big ups to S-Play in that. Mapsy's found ML7 through this. This is a low Cloudy on the outside. Those get found out. Man, a hack on to Mapsy. I didn't say manual. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Sauna has returned on a Sombra. 99-94 fight here. 3v3 left on the point. Cloudy's able to find numbers, and Anj has returned. S-Play hack kind of just forced to hang out in this corner for a moment. Mapsy able to take to the skies, but meanwhile, Cloudy picks up one with the Sundering. And it's looking like SRPeakCheck have got this one in the bag. Yeah, we're going right next door. How about some ML7 pop? I don't give you nearly enough ML7 pop. Oh, I thought we were gonna get a Ryu Jae Hong moment. I totally. Oh no, it's just Anj getting smashed off the rooftop. I totally thought we were getting a Ryu Jae Hong moment. I was ready for it. I was ready for it. Oh, Danny gets hit by the purple. In a lot of trouble. We'll get hunted down there by numbers. Oh, and despite being hacked, Pigeon wins out their duel as well. First cap goes to YesYes. Oh, wow. Now, does anybody else hold their breath through those? Both of those sound barriers were about to give me an aneurysms. Battle in the choke. Is going the way of SRPeakCheck here. Mapsy's been able to strike back. Let's get some Mapsy pop. Oh, what a raid. What a raid with a drop-down punch on the Sauna. Cowboy with the finish on the Bionade. That also got Dan in purple. How unfortunate. The sleep was just a moment too soon or something. Yeah, it was just a moment too soon. The Doom Vendetta interactions are kind of wild. And it does feel like you just have, either we have two tanks or just no tanks. I'm not sure which. Or either that or Vendetta is just the tank in this comp. There's also just that. I'm not sure. I think we have DPS Danid is back on the case. Well, I will say you nano the Doom still, apparently. I guess you do still have 525 health. And the man, the myth, the legend. Danid Doom trying to follow up on a two-player EMP here. Mapsy low will get brought down. That's a flip for SRPeakCheck. They'll grab it 65%. Should be just enough time for one more fight. But YesYes, we've got to play this right. Pigeon hacked. Oh no, getting intercepted. Will not make it to the point. I think it's up to S-Plays or numbers here to make sure somebody gets to the objective. You do find a kill onto ML7 along the way. S-Plays is down. Numbers is the only one left to touch. Is anybody going to make it to the point? No, they will not. And they win the fight, too. It's unfortunate. SRPeakCheck, take the map. Some serious Doom gaming. There's a lot of Doom gaming going on. What a fun composition. What a fun match. And again, I mean, I must reiterate, YesYes I mean, it's their first entry into Master Division. This is a team that was playing in Advanced at the start of this year. Oh, was that the block perk that ate it? Oh, good call, Beanpot. I didn't consider that. You're 100% right. I think that's exactly what it was. I thought it was still just some iframes from the meteor strike, perhaps, but I was like, wait, but no, I think you're right. I think that must have been the block perk eating the sleep dart right after the meteor strike landed. Really good call, Beanpot. Good catch, good catch. All right, Runasapi, Vendetta banned. Let's look at some stats there from map 2. Well, I thought the Zarya ban was a little interesting. Well, honestly, I think Mapsy has a fantastic Zarya. I'm surprised I mean, I guess they were saving this. I mean, the Runasapi is probably the best map for the Vendetta. You just have so many allies to work with, particularly if you're going to go back into the drill setting on your blender and bring the Dan and Venture back into the mix as well. We'll see if Dan stays in on tank. Ended up doing, what were we going, 21-7? Not bad, not bad. Mapsy, I mean, is leading in damage here, and I think you need to lean into that if you're YesYes. But what a tough composition to try to fight against. All right, let's go check in. What was that ban here? So we will also get a Zarya ban. Now this makes more sense. See, Mapsy's got a good Zarya. That's the thing. I think YesYes shot themselves in the foot a little bit, banning up the Zarya in map 2. And with what ended up being a very close map, right? All right, let's get into map 3. I also have failed to restart Overwatch to try to fix our margins. I'm tired, y'all. You can tell I'm tired. I feel like I've just been just always going nonstop. I worked so hard to get all this done. Sometimes I kind of overwork myself a little bit and get fatigued. I'm afraid that's what's happened here. I'm ready for this break. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm ready for this break. But hey, we've stayed on top. We've done a really good job of staying on top of all of our VODs and stuff this season, right? Like I think we're doing better than ever. I put a lot of work into this. The Cloudy Cass. Dan does pull out their other kind of signature heroes. Always been a top tier sim. Has been a top tier sim through many iterations of Symmetra. The Cloudy Cass, on the other hand, though. So, I mean, is this really Cloudy has just decided I'm just not playing tank anymore? I've had enough? Even with the Vendetta banned out? Oh, I love that skin. I would be really mad I didn't get that skin if we weren't going to get the top skin. Soundbearer in play out of SRPeakCheck, but they have lost their cowboy. Oh! I think that S play just lost their sound barrier. I think that was an AJ right when YesYes needed it most. I mean, it kind of does look like that, Beanpot. It does look like people are just trying to avoid the Zar Vendetta blender. That is exactly what it kind of looks like. It's weird to me because it seems like both teams are avoiding it for different reasons. Like I said, I feel like Mapsy leaning into the Zarya could be good for YesYes. PT Pigeon is leading into the Venture here. Right. So there's some similarities there. Overclock at play by numbers here, by the way. Might be slow, sober, / hello, I'm a noob / numbers. Gamers use one name challenge. That's a Kitsu out of YesYes. Just try to take control of this middle section. And they will succeed in doing so. The Sim Barrier looked a little ill-placed there from Danny. As much as I tout their legacy and what a legendary DPS player they are, that sim barrier was not ideal, and it left the open area in the middle where the Kitsu just ran over SRPeakCheck. And this is looking like a checkpoint. Sauna threatening to contest, wants to contest, will contest. Deadeye out of the window to cover. It's a 1-4 split here. Mapsy's in a really bad spot. Hey. The rotation, you can see very quickly, Petite Pigeon dashed over the swift step in from Cowboy to bail out Mapsy, knowing that they were by themselves and the pressure was on. They've successfully done so, and Petite Pigeons even managed to find a kill here in the chaos, kind of playing out of this jump pad room, but ends up on the wrong side of the tracks, and we're going to get traded for Danid. Sonic goes down, will get popped. Cowboy gets 3. Cowboy gets 3. Let's go, Cowboy. All right, I see you. I know, maybe we can get the Danid Hanzo today, right? Yeah, that was definitely an AJ there, World Libadoo. that one hurt. That one hurt. Team Pigeon's gonna pop the Tectonic, turns the corner to find Cloudy and Orange. The no-look shot to find Orange. Oh, let's go, Pigeon. Delivers a beautiful 3 Ps. Yes, take the checkpoint, the lead, and more. I can spit out a sentence, I swear. I'm good at my job. The Kitsune Rush does not make it around the corner. But it's still going to be enough. Yeah, you're able to corner up the YesYes squad. You found a pick, catching numbers in rotation, so you don't have that instant clapback power of the Soj in this fight anymore. It was a good, high priority pick to get the Sojourn slightly out of rotation there. Well played out of SRPeakCheck, winning that fight in the neutral. This next fight will definitely have some ultimates thrown in. I anticipate a few Qs will get invested. It's going to be a rundown. It's going to be SRPeakCheck pulling the Deadeye first. Jeez, I feel like Cloudy just had one of these. Numbers goes down, trying to get their overclock into the fight. Now it's going to be the Kitsune Rush and the Annihilation here in response. And the slingshot from YesYes looks significant. It's a desperation move just to run down to the bot. You'll force the rotation out of YesYes. You do actually draw the aggro and then successfully flip the map with the teleporter from Danid. But all that clever play is just enough to keep you alive so you can poise yourself for some reinforcements here in another fight. One where you're going to use the photon barrier. This time, much better placement. You can see as it cuts right across the courtyard in the important area that SRPeakCheck want to fight in. The support's able to sit behind the barrier. Uh-oh. Mapsy coming up with one's not good. Sauna, honestly, I think fortunate to get back in mech, but NL7 gets run down while that is happening, while the animation of the mech coming down to the sky is happening. And YesYes actually beautifully slingshot. They kite the aggression. Epitome of bended but don't break. Playing around the photon barrier. Dude, the fit on this is crazy awesome. We may have to use the Danid Sim for the cover. Or do we go with the Danid Doom? It feels like I gotta put the Danid Doom on the cover. Alright. Like, no matter what happens, right? Tectonic Shock to get the checkpoint back here. You force SRP's team to rotate. Cloudy went all the way, swung all the way around to the top of the street. Watch our S-Play coming in behind him. Oh, Cloudy wins that out with the dot damage from the silver bullet. Oh, no shot. You gave S-Play tetanus. Son of a bitch, I hate it when that happens.
Enemy forward spawn deactivated.
Cloudy gets another Deadeye in this fight. Dude, Cloudy must just be doing enormous damage. Unfortunately, the teleport didn't quite get them to the high ground. Mapsy trying to desperately block up Annihilation, beat thrown in, everything and anything to keep this tank alive. You're gonna run down Danon, who ended up booped off the high ground, it looks like, back behind enemy lines. But the checkpoint has been obtained and more from SRPeakCheck. Overclock, get you nothing. The end of this broken fight, Mapsy finds himself just trying to run down support, but Sauna stands tall. SRPeakCheck lost both DPS, though. This is gonna be an interesting moment. Lead right here. Danon is back. Petite Pension with the Venture does get the stop. It will cost a fight here for SRPeakCheck to get this lead. Danon's going to invest the sound barrier, and you catch Mapsy just way ahead. The photon barrier was perfect, not sound barrier, but the photon barrier was perfect to deny any healing. There was no chance for Mapsy to survive that. Very well played. YesYes had to sacrifice their queen to save their king, to put that into chess terms, which is a good play on SRPeakCheck. Woo! Numbers with a 2-piece. Clap back. All right, I see you. And once again, we saw YesYes with such an excellent start to this map. And we've seen glimpses of brilliance out of him all series long. But the rest of this one's going to have to be done in overtime. And there's still at least 2 fights to win. You see Danon up here scouting. SRPeakCheck are back with a quickness. And are even, oh my goodness, SRPeakCheck might get this high ground control. That's what they want. They're trying to fight so they can get to the top of the hill. They will get it. That's an enormous advantage, but Pigeon's going to have to invest the shock just to try to overcome. A couple of good shots into Cloudy. You will find that kill. You've lost Numbers and Cowboy through this. Only 3 players remain. You're going to stagger Sauna at the very end. Keep an eye on Cowboy and Numbers trying to get back into this fight. Racing through the water wheel to catch up with the rest of the team. Sound barrier in the pocket of both squads. You've got Cloudy with the Deadeye available as well. That's the lead. The line of victory and the key to a map 4. Cloudy is going to move to the top of the high ground and drop this sound barrier, overlooking everybody. Excuse me, the Deadeye is in. The sound barriers are now thrown in, and Mapsy just gets caught in the middle of all of it. The Annihilation will not keep you alive through the Deadeye. And the patience from Cloudy to wait out the beats. Pigeon's able to trade 1. But I think that is the last kill for YesYes in this bout. A historic one. SRPeakCheck, win it out 3-0.
Excavation initiation.
A historic match. We got to receive the return of the Danon Doomfist. I mean, that's the stuff of legends right there, y'all. That is the stuff of legends. We just had it unicorn like grace our presence on stream today. I can't tell you. I can't tell you. That's amazing. And YesYes. There's a lot of great storylines here today. YesYes put up one hell of a showing. One hell of a showing. And yeah, I know SRPeakCheck are playing this. Are playing their own setting of the Blender comp. You know, yeah, we got a cloudy Cassidy here on map 3, right? But YesYes absolutely look like a Master Division team. Right, this looks like a team that is in the right division. They don't look like they're getting outclassed and totally schooled. You know, one of the very first team fights when I saw, like, wait a minute, we're playing, you know, Cloudy's playing DPS. Like, are we trolling? I don't know if YesYes are worthy of this level of troll. You know, like, that was my very first thought. Like, this team isn't It isn't like you don't play down to YesYes. They will beat you. And that's kind of how it felt. Like, it felt like SRPeakCheck are just having fun and doing different stuff. They're just being very SRPeakCheck. They're trolling themselves as much as like they're not necessarily trolling YesYes. That's very different, right? It's not saying we think this team is shit, therefore we're not going to play at our full strength. I don't think that was the case. I think Cloudy's like, I'm tired of playing tank and I like Vendetta. I want to play DPS now, right? I think that's what's going on here. YesYes look like a master team and look like they belong, which is extremely important. And I think as a first-year team moving into the toughest division, that's your goal. That's your goal at the end of the day, is to prove that you belong in Master Division, that you are not a fish out of water. Of course, we're getting SRPeakCheck on tomorrow as they take on Arius. They've got our #1 seed and one of the only 2 remaining undefeated teams in Arius tomorrow. So we'll see exactly what's really up SRPeakCheck's sleeve in their take on the meta and how they're approaching it. This was, in fact, YesYes' final match of the year, of an amazing year here for GG YesYes, where they started in Advanced Division. YesYes fought hard to earn their spot and barely got into playoffs, where they got second place and got promoted and spent 2 seasons grinding it out in Expert before making it into Master Division here. And for their final match of 2025, to put up this kind of showing against the defending champs and, long stays, right? I mean, SRPeakCheck, these are just legendary players, as we're talking about, all the way down the board. So, a really, really cool story for YesYes, a really great showing. I'm so happy we got to get them on stream for their final match of 2025. Coming back after the break, they'll have Frosttails and French Revival. Very winnable matches here before they hit kind of an Arius Mew 3, Gas T3, Dreamlight stretch there at the end. Their final 5 matches are going to be brutal. But some very winnable matches here before that, and we'll see if they can make playoffs.